I want to get into roommates because both of you guys have mentioned roommates, Madeline and Ben have. I don't know anything about your new roommates. I know a whole lot about your old roommates. And I'd like to talk about that because living with people is a big deal. And especially in this world where people who are actually taking morality and their faith and being virtuous people seriously, I think that's hard to come by. I'm a big believer in the idiom that you are the 5 people you spend the most time around. And so choosing the kinds of people who are going to build you up and help form you to be the person that you're going to be. We're not meant to be islands at all, right? How do you do that? Like, Ben, how did you find your roommates? And then I know a little more about your story, but I want to dig into it too.
So I found my roommates, their names are Nick and Caleb, through the Catholic Center at UNG. I had met both of them briefly. Briefly before, me and Nick had a pretty cool conversation about, like, he had been posting like sunset and sunrise pictures in the group chat, in like the Catholic group chat. And I was like, cool, are you the sunset picture guy? And he's like, yeah, that's me. And so we got to talking, and then I noticed that he made a post on the group chat that's basically said, hey, I'm wanting to move to Dahlonega next semester, like transfer up there. Yeah. Is anyone looking for a roommate? And, you know, a week or two went by and I started thinking about moving up there. And so I mentioned to him, hey, I'm thinking about moving up here. Do you want a room together? And he said, yes, absolutely. Let's do that. And then he said, did you know that Caleb is also looking for a roommate? And so now the 3 of us are just all kind of in it. We don't know much about each other, but we're all like, we all feel good about the simple fact that we met through the Catholic Center and that we have that as the foundation of the connection between us, and that we've heard good things about each other from all the other people at the Catholic Center. Yeah. But I know little to nothing about these. And
I love that you said that, because I want to make it super duper clear that the pitch is not like we're all called to be monastics, and I'm trying to find a group of people who agree with me on literally everything, and we're going to be about the exact same on everything.
Even monks don't get along with everything.
Well, I have a dear friend who went to University of Georgia, and he was looking like for good guys, and he's a Catholic guy, but he really clicked with a Muslim guy. And he said I was talking to him on the phone, and he's about 10 years younger than me, and he was saying it's really great, like he's not Catholic, but he's like also trying to make sure that he doesn't look at porn, and he doesn't go out drinking and partying all the time, and he takes his faith seriously, almost like asking me permission, like, is that okay? And the answer was, yeah, obviously that's okay, dude. Like, if he's a good guy who's like uplifting and moving on the same track you are, yeah, embrace that.
Yeah. I had, because I lived in Chicago for 5 months, and I had at max, I think 5 or 6 other roommates at any given point, and I had no say in who those people were.
Right.
Like, I knew I worked with one other one. One of the other one was an intern at the company I was interning at. So we were both Catholic. Like, we went to mass together every week, most weeks. If she got up early enough to go to the mass I went to. But then everyone else in the house was a variety of different like backgrounds and ethnicities and religions. And we all just kind of clicked. Like, as we kept talking, of course we disagreed on some things, but we put those things aside and talked about the stuff we did agree on.
Right.
And it became this very like human connection that all of us were very different in the things we believed in and the opinions we held about some topics and issues, but we were able to find those commonalities to connect and still have a great time together as just people, and just push aside the disagreements, because, you know, we're all living together. It's not going to be a good time if we're just arguing all the time about the things we know we don't agree on.
Well, and roommates aren't spouses,
right?
Yeah. Like, you don't have to. It's okay if there's some disagreements here and there, but if they're not actively detracting from like your journey towards Christ or something, right? Like if you struggle with something, right, with alcoholism or something, you probably shouldn't room with someone who's, you know, drinking excessively all day every day or something like that. Yeah. But we can be prudent without like totally gatekeeping everything about that experience, I think.
Whoa, hey guys, thanks for making it to the end of this video. It seems like you really enjoyed it, so you should go check out the full episode of Honest to God, where we dive into this topic even more. And if you really enjoyed it, then drop us a like, subscribe, and ring the little bell so that you never miss an Honest to God episode or an episode of anything that we produce.